Hey, this is Drake here. I was going to make a short video on Great Sword basic controls, how to get the best damage output, stuff like that. It came to my attention yesterday that there wasn't, or I couldn't find any decent videos explaining it or not, and some people were having trouble with it. So, this is the first thing, it's just your switch skills. Now, most of them I don't bother with. The only ones I really change is this one. You've either got surge slash combo or you've got charge slash combo, and then that's really the only ones I use. Honestly, it makes a big difference in your playstyle, and both of them have strong arm stance because that's your best counter in the game. Now the difference is, and I prefer the surge slash combo, but that's just my playstyle. The other ones, so this is a charge slash. This is basic. If you played it in World, it's basic. It's just, oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, it's just basic. It's your regular and a charge to your third one, or like most people do, a charge, tackle. That didn't pick it up. Anyway, you charge, tackle, and then you're straight into your big attack. Which that's playstyle is fine if that's the way you like to do it, but you're heavily dependent on the big hit hitting. If you don't hit the big hit at the end, then you're losing about 75 to 85% of your damage output. I prefer this combo because it's more about getting multiple hits and hitting the one big hit, but you still can. What I like to do is swing in, do two that way, circle around, and that puts you directly into that. You're charged, and then you can go directly into your last hit. Like I said, it's more about multiple hits that way. But on fast monsters, I kind of prefer it because usually you can get at least these 4 hits off before it has time to move, which is really decent damage. As you can see now, this dummy takes a little bit more damage than most monsters will. But if you hit the head on the monster, usually just some 4 hits, you're putting out anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 damage on most given monsters. Alright, and the only real switch skill I use, now you have to be in the regular charge in order to do the strong arm stance with the bomb anyway. But what you do, place your bomb, tap quickly in a triangle, and then tap into your L2 for counter while you charge. And you go directly into your strong arm stance. But it takes a little time. I mean, you got a small window there. You have to hit it in pretty quick succession or to get it. And range does seem to play a difference on the dummy here, where you get a good hit or not. Alright, and let me change it. The strong arm stance is a counter. I mean, using it that way is just kind of cheating, I guess you would say. What it's meant for is this. You counter an attack, get really decent damage. Now, if you didn't know, you can also charge shoulder through an attack. Just keep shouldering, and you'll avoid you take very little damage, reduced damage, and you avoid knockbacks. But this is just a way to cheat at it. Just get you, and then it's a regular barrel bomb. It's not a large, it's not a mega, it's just a regular barrel bomb. You go straight into strong arm stance. It's best used if they're knocked down or if they're sleeping. If they're sleeping, if you didn't know, on sleeping monster you get double damage. So what you want to do is get your distance right, so the first hit misses, that one didn't, and the second hit connects. because it's the first hit connects, you lose the double damage on the second hit. And I hit a Pukey that was asleep yesterday for 9,300 and some odd damage on one hit. And you can't hardly beat that. It completely finished it off. But alright, that's it. And if you want to see the build, I just put out a video just a minute ago on this particular build and what all it's got on it. But for me, that's the basis of greatsword. You got two different styles. Now there is Rage Slash, which basically when you're charging, you don't flinch like you would there, but you deal really reduced damage compared to this playstyle. But what Rage Slash does is the more damage you take while you're charging, the more damage you put out. So, I mean, if you're in a situation where you're tanking a lot of damage, it might be comparable or do even more. But personally, I just don't prefer it. But that's it. That's my take on the greatsword. You know, just kind of play it how you want, but that way you can get some really decent damage and get off some pretty cool counters if you can time it right. Oh, and the counter does work on the roar, so if you got it ready, most monsters start out with a roar. It's free damage. All you gotta do is figure out the timing on the roar, strong arm stance counter it, and you can go directly into your heavy hit right off the bat. But anyway, that's it. If you liked the video, have any questions, you can leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you.